Hi, this is Jacob Nash with JNGL, and this is part 2 of Unit 1, Lesson 1B. Well, it wasn't going to be more than one part, but do you see this logo thing right here? Screencast-O-Matic. It's the only way I can record the screen, and, well, it shuts off in 15 minutes because I don't have premium. So, that's why it cut off. It seemed like it cut off. And I'm just gonna try to find a different thing, but that's the only one I know about right now. Alright. If you just watched the other video, what was I talking about? I was talking about number 4 right here. Are points E and C collinear? Alright? E and C. Alright? This is E. This is C. The answer is yes. Well, why? Because they don't seem like they're on the same line, do they? Well, they're corners of this thing right here, and you could technically draw a line to make them like that. Now, that doesn't mean that all of them are collinear. You could technically draw lines for them, but let's go back to this. Let's see. What I said right here, even if this Z is by itself, it can still be collinear because it can be on the same line. All right. Number 6. Are points A, B, G, and H coplanar? Are they on the same plane? Well, it's again yes. So that makes all these yes. But why is because you could draw a plane. If you were to cut this thing right in half, if you kind of look at it, now it's like two triangles that are stacked on top of each other. But here we go. We have this other plane right here. And yes, they are. And maybe an easier way to understand collinear and coplanar is the prefix co, which means together, like you have a co-worker, well, you work with them. It doesn't necessarily mean like less important. It's just this working together. These are on together on the same plane. Plane or linear. If you think about linear, that's like line. You can see line in the word. So same line. Yeah. Isn't it nice when those things are like that? They have those prefixes and whatever. Okay. What else was I going to say? Alright, that's it for this one. Alright, practice. Last practice. Name the intersection of planes BCH and DEF. Alright. And then number 8 is name the intersection of line AD and line DF. Pause. Alright, going over it now. Okay, name the intersection of planes BCH and DEF. Alright. Okay. BCH. Alright, here's where it might get tricky. You might be tempted to think that plane BCH is that. You think, oh, they're like the points on a triangle. Well, that's not what those points are. They're not just where the angles happen. Remember, when you have a plane, it is named by the 3 points that are not collinear, not on the same line. And those aren't on the same line, are they? You have this line, BC and HF, but they're not on the same line. And so this whole thing is actually BCH. This whole thing. All right, now I'm going to go in blue and say DEF. That one was easier. You could tell that's what that is. All right, where do they intersect? They intersect at this line right here. So I'll put that in yellow. This is where it is. That's where they intersect. So this is, remember when we're naming a line, only 2 points. There are only 2 also. So we say EF, and then remember that line on top of it. Okay, that is the answer to number 7. Alright, now this one, number 8. Name the intersection of lines AD and DF. That's where they connect. Alright, in red I will show those lines. AD. Let me go to AD, DF. Alright, they connect at point D. All you have to write is D. You could say point D, but you can just say D. Good. Now, before we end this lesson, let me tell you one more thing about this. You might be thinking, well, it almost seems impossible for there to be an example of non-coplanar or non-collinear. But for non-coplanar, so non-collinear would be BCH, remember? Because they're not on the same line. And then non-coplanar would be points. Let's see. If we had points B, A, C, H. Well, you know who Bach is? That's a music guy who's dead. Yeah. That just happens to be what it is. So Bach. BACH. Well, that's obviously not a plane. That's a weird diamond thingy. So that's an example of non-coplanar. Good. Might be coplanaring that this lesson is so long. So, thanks for watching. JNGL. Oh, I did that again. That's what I did on the other video. JNGL. Can't even say the own acronym. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching.